mix up some chili. I'm going to do it in the skillet. This is Ron's skillet chili recipe, and it is good. Right here, I've got just over a pound, we're going to call it a pound, 70-30 ground beef. I buy mine in bulk, and then we vacuum seal it, freeze it, and then it's a little bit cheaper and lasts a little longer. So there's our ground beef. I'm going to take here probably, I don't know, third of a pound of ground sausage to stick in here. I have over here on the cutting board, I've got a medium onion that I've already peeled. And I got a little stack of pepperoni, and then maybe 10 of them. Whenever I ground or brown ground beef or cooked ground beef, I always like throwing just a little bit of pepperoni in it. Okay, now on this onion, I'm going to cut half of it. I'm going to dice it up pretty thin. The other half I'm going to save it until after the meat's done, and I'm going to cut it up a little bit bigger slices or bigger pieces, and then I'm going to put that in. Because this chili is going to simmer for a couple hours here after we get it all put together. So I'm just going to slice and dice our onions. Get them cut down there pretty small. I think we're about there. Alright. Put our onions in here. Okay, now the other half of the onion we're going to deal with here in just a minute. Turn this heat on about a 6 and start throwing some of our seasonings in here. We got some, this is kosher salt. Get some of that in there. And then we just put some onion in there. Now it's some onion powder. This is going to be good, trust me. Garlic powder, and some good old black pepper. So, we're going to brown all this up. When we get to that point, I'm going to come back and we're going to finish this off. Then it has to sit and it's got to simmer for quite a while. Okay, the meat's starting to brown. I did add a little bit of steak seasoning to it. You know, you can put that in or leave it out. I like to treat my ground beef like steak because it's basically ground steak. So anyway, so it's starting to cook. I turn the heat down just a little bit, and as soon as this gets done browning, come right back. We're back. The meat's all browned. I drained out the grease. So here's the next step in this. So I have a can of crushed tomatoes. I'm going to pour these in here. Okay, I know, big debate in the chili community. To bean or not to bean? Well, where I live, I bean. And then got some chili powder here. And this is, this is the last of this container. I'm just gonna see there wasn't much in it. Into that one. I'm probably going to call that between half a tablespoon and a whole tablespoon. We go by flavor or by taste here at the end. 2 beef bouillon cubes. There's a twist you weren't expecting. And then we're going to put this back over here on the heat. We're going to turn it down. We may have to add some water to it. But we're going to let this thing start to simmer. And keep an eye on it. Come back to it occasionally. Oh, we have to put our my coarse chopped onions in. Almost forgot them. But keep coming back to it because as it cooks down, you're going to have to add some water to it. And it's really not going to affect the flavor any because, you know, when you first put the liquid in there, it probably does thin it down a little bit. But as it cooks back down, the ingredients and everything, they're still in there. So, anyway, hey, this is where we're at. We're going to let this thing start to simmer. I'm probably going to cover it. Put a lid on it for a little bit, and like I said, I'm going to come back and check it occasional, and when I come back and check it, and if I have to add water to it, I'll come back. And I'm sure you guys already know this, I'm going to add some water to it, but I'll put the water in the tomato pan, that way I got the rest of the tomatoes out of the can. Might as well use them, get paid for them. So, bring that to a simmer. It already looks good. It looks quite yummy. So, like I said, we're going to bring this up to a simmer. I'm going to put a lid on it, and it's just going to sit here and go. After about an hour or so, I'll probably start tasting it, and if we have to add anything to it, we're probably going to go back and we're going to use everything that we put in it originally. We're just going to stay right here with these flavors. We're right here. The salt, pepper, steak seasoning, chili powder, garlic, onion, and that's going to bring us home. Okay, it's been about an hour and a half. This thing is down on a low simmer, so we're going to take a look at it right now. I haven't had to add any more water to it because the lid's on it. And boy, I wish you could smell this. We have tasted it. What'd you think?
I thought it was really good.
I don't think it really needs a whole lot. But what I'm going to do with it right now, I'm going to let the lid off of this. I want this to simmer down. I want a little bit thicker chili. And the last thing I'm going to do to it is probably, I don't know, a quarter teaspoon or so of some cayenne. You can go as crazy as you want on the heat. I'm getting up there in age, and you know, when I was younger, I still love it, but it doesn't like me anymore. So anyway, we're going to let this simmer down. We're going to keep an eye on it, and I'm going to get some thickness that I like. We're going to put this stuff in a bowl, and we're going to taste it. It's going to be great, I guarantee it. Okay, this stuff's done, and I wish there was smell-o-vision because it smells incredible. I'm going to show you. This has been simmering now for over a half hour with the lid off, and you know, when I grew up, you kind of the chili that you had that your mom made, it was more like chili soup. It was more tomato juice, but I like it like this. I like it thicker. This can be used on a brat, Italian sausage, a hot dog. Make a tortilla out of it. We're going to have some grilled cheese with it, but this smells incredible. I'm going to put some of this in a bowl and I'm going to taste it. Back in just a second. Alright, it's time to taste this. You know, this will be really good over pasta. There's all kinds of things you can do with this. So, let's take a taste of this, see how it tastes. It's hot. Oh yeah, this is good. Put some crackers in it and just sit back. You know, I like to eat chili year round. I'm telling you what, this is good. You really need to try it. Until next time, keep it smoking.